is a way of keeping memories, so why not keep the memories in the best way? I am here to explain simple tips on how to create an image you could have never imagined you'd capture. A photography expert, Eudora Welty, once said, "A good snapshot keeps a moment from running away." This helps explain completely why photography is wonderful for keeping memories. Keeping memories is a thing that everyone does, whether it's a painting, a drawing, or just keeping it in their mind. But photography is by far the best way to keep them. In this speech, I will talk about how moving closer, watching the weather, watching the lighting, and focusing in on your subject will all help you create amazing photographs. To begin with, I will explain how moving in closer will help you create a better picture. Filling the frame is another word for moving in closer, and this entirely makes a difference to the photograph. You can move in closer to your subject in a variety of ways to capture the best shot. Using the digital or optical zoom is one way, and the other way is to move in closer by taking a couple steps forward towards the subject. But why should you move in closer? There are many reasons to this question, but according to David Peterson, a famous teacher in the photography business, the main one is so there is less clutter in your image. Clutter causes the audience's eye to draw away from the main subject and helps not to prove your point. Having your subject almost fill the frame helps the audience understand and appreciate the photo you took. The details are more interesting than the overall view. This is my example. It's a panda in a tree, and it's from far away, but when you zoom in, it helps to show that the panda is the main subject since the tree is very distracting in the background. Next, I will talk about how lighting and weather play an important role in taking photographs. Lighting and weather fall hand in hand with one another due to the fact the weather causes the lighting to change, and without light we wouldn't have pictures. Lighting plays the most important role in photography, and knowing how to control it is a major key to having great pictures. You can use either natural light from the sun, or you can use man-made light, like from a light fixture or the flash on your camera. No matter what kind of light you use, there are various ways to place it, like side lighting or backlighting. Side lighting is when you have the light to the side of the subject and yourself, the photographer. Backlighting is when you have the light to the back of the subject, but in front of the camera. Weather is also an important factor because it blocks how much light you have, and the first thing you want to do is check the weather and see if you want the sky in your photo. According to the Better Photo Company, when it's overcast, keep the sky out of pictures as much as possible because it causes muted tones and washed out skies. Overcast can also cause noise. A noise is a visual distortion in the photograph, and you can see this also in pictures that also have way too much light. The time of day also has the same kind of effect as weather because every time of the day has different lighting, so watch out. The middle of the day is the worst time to take photographs because of the extreme amount of light. So try and keep it to the early morning when the sun is just coming up, or the evening when the sun is just going down. Lastly, I will talk about the effects of focusing on your subject. Focusing on the subject helps create the photographer's purpose of the photo and what the main subject is. The depth of field, or focusing, is the main thing you have to worry about because it's the range of distance that appears acceptably sharp. The depth of field varies on the type of camera, the aperture, the focusing distance. The depth of field, as the Cambridge and Color community puts it, occurs in a gradual transition from sharp to unsharp objects. Once you practice shooting with a different depth of field, you can decide what is best for each photo. A smaller depth of field, for instance, focuses all the attention on the subject and blurs the background so that when you take a picture of a dog, a husband, or even a child, you can tell what the subject is. A larger depth of field, on the other hand, will make everything from the camera to the horizon appear in focus, and this can be used in landscapes to create lovely photos. In conclusion, I have stated many ways to improve your photographs and things to avoid. The major tips to capture great pictures is by controlling your light, whether it's natural or man-made, focusing on the subject, filling the frame, to take pictures only in the morning or evening, and to pay attention to the weather as it affects the lighting. Even though I have given you many ways to improve your photography, the best way you can is by getting out there and practicing. I hope that you'll take what I have said and capture and keep all the important memories through your photographs.